So about Fairy Tail. This was a few weeks ago, so this is old news, but Fairy Tail got announced for another anime release. This time it is about the 100-year quest, and honestly, I'm not feeling too hyped about it. At least not like I was when I heard they were going to make the final season of Fairy Tail. I had high expectations. At that point, Fairy Tail was so far from my favorite, but it was one of the first shows I watched and I liked it a lot, so I wanted to watch it anyways, and I heard good stuff about the manga. And when I started it, it was legitimately good. Way better than I actually thought. I found myself impatiently waiting for the next episode to come out, but as time went on, I started to feel less and less excited about each episode. And then I ended up being a few episodes behind at a time, and then eventually I just dropped the entire show. And this was right after Natsu and Gray had their fight, and after going through that abomination of a fight, I couldn't find any optimism left in me for the show. At the start they surpassed my expectations, but then it was a steady decline from the start. I still haven't finished the final season actually. I don't really know how things unfold past that point, but I know they beat Agnoligia at the end, and unsurprisingly he was beat with the power of friendship. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I want to like the series and all, but the final season was ass. And after hearing about it getting another continuation, I just get flashbacks to the scenes that they butchered in the final season, which is what I wanted to talk about today. Before I get into it further though, hit the like button and subscribe for future content. Alright, so just so we are clear, I'm not hoping that it ends up being bad. In fact, I am praying I'm wrong about it being bad. I want this series to have something to be proud of, because the general consensus of the anime community is that Fairy Tail is a dumpster fire, and if anyone likes the series, they lose all credibility in the shows that they like. And I mean, I'm not saying that it's a masterclass show, but it's decently good. It's at least enjoyable. It's not the best at anything, but it does everything all around well enough. I mean, the 100-year quest was made way after the Fairy Tail story was finished, right around when Eden Zero was first starting out actually, and Eden Zero was actually pretty good. Shin, the main character, still has that Fairy Tail feel, but he also has new things that we have never seen before from the author. Usually the characters in Fairy Tail are just heroes through and through, and they are set up to prioritize being the good guy over their own feelings, but it's a different story in Eden Zero. Don't get me wrong, Shin is a nice guy and all, but if he is in a corner and is forced to pick some random group of civilians or his friends, he won't hesitate at all to pick his friends. That's not even really selfish. Most people would do the same thing in that scenario, picking people you know over a group of random strangers that you never met in your life. But yeah, Eden Zero is shaping up to be a great successor to Fairy Tail, but whether or not the 100-year quest will be, I have no clue. I didn't even know this was a thing until the adaptation was announced, and seeing how it was made around the same time as Eden Zero, I want to say that it has changed for the better, but I don't know. Something in my gut is giving me doubts. I hope I am wrong though. Fairy Tail gets a bad rap, and if the author applies this new style of writing in the 100-year quest, it'll be pretty good. I'm not expecting a super in-depth anime with multiple twists and 200 IQ plays, but that's not how Fairy Tail is supposed to be. It would honestly feel even worse if it ended up that way, just because of how out of place that will feel for a show like Fairy Tail. I want them to add on to the storytelling in some way, because they have been making manga for quite some time at this point, but to completely change the style, it will feel out of place and pretty weird for me. Maybe it's just me, but that would do more harm for the series if you ask me. It wouldn't feel the same. To put into perspective, it'll be like if you took your favorite horror anime and then it switched up to a slice of life, where they go to school and just to live a normal life. The transition would be just too sudden and too weird for me. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe for future content. Peace.